Hi, good morning. This is Robert Marr from the law office of Robert J. Marr, PC. I wanted to talk for a few minutes today, some information, some things to ask an attorney before you hire him or her for your immigration issue. Immigration's a gigantic field of law that incorporates federal law, state law, and has its own appeals court, its own court for deciding whether people should be deported or not. It spans a vast array of subjects and topics. So a good question to ask an attorney is how much of your practice is devoted to immigration law. The more immigration cases an attorney or a law office handles, the better it is for you, because it means that they've seen a lot of situations that are similar to yours. Remember, experience, like in every job or profession, is gained over time working with situations that occur over and over and over again. Seeing these situations lets attorneys notice patterns and help you make decisions about what to do in a particular case. So if an attorney doesn't handle immigration regularly, that's a red flag. Not to say that they're not capable or good at what they do, but you might be better served by somebody who does it pretty much every day. Another good question kind of related to that is, how many cases have you seen like this that are similar to mine? An attorney should be able to say, I've seen a lot of cases like this, and this is what has happened to prior clients of mine. Remember that what happened in the past with a client doesn't mean the same thing is going to happen with you. The law has changed, the situations changed, the facts change, and immigration law is very much based on facts. So the facts of your case are going to be different than the facts of many of the cases that I've seen before, even though the patterns are going to be the same. So if an attorney says, I've handled a lot of cases like this that are similar to yours, and this is what happened, that's a good sign. If they say, this situation hasn't come across my desk, but based on my experience with many other cases, this is what I see happening, that's fine as well. Now, after you've laid out your facts and the circumstances around your petition or your case, then a good question for your attorney is, what do we do next? Like, how do you see this playing out? What are the steps we're going to take in order to make my application to defend me from removal or whatever it is? So what are my chances of success is another good question. Sometimes you have a case and the likelihood of success is not great. The attorney should tell you his or her opinion about the likelihood of success. You have to remember that every case is different, and what happened in the past doesn't guarantee what's going to happen in the future. But if an attorney says, your case doesn't have a high chance of succeeding, it gives you the ability to make some decisions about what you want to do. Sometimes I have found that I have said to clients, I think your case has a low chance of succeeding. This is why, and this is what will happen if the case does not succeed, and they still want to go forward. And the discussion you have to have with them, and then you have to make some decisions about whether you want to represent them in that case or not. As long as you and the attorney are on the same page, that's very important. So if you understand the consequences of your decision, you decide to take that course anyway, then at least that you've gotten all the information so that you can move forward. You want to ask how much it costs, and then you want to ask the attorney do they charge a flat fee? Do they charge an hourly fee? How are you expected to pay? Flat fee means just like it sounds. It's I'm going to pay X amount of dollars for this type of case. Hourly cases are a little different, obviously. An attorney is charging you for the time that he or she spends on your case. Another question is, how do I pay? Some attorneys want the complete payment up front. Some take a portion at the beginning, a portion at the end. Others have milestones, let's say. They'll say, okay, there's X amount is due at the time you retain me, X amount is due at the time that I submit your application, X amount is due at the time of your interview, X amount is due at the time we receive your green card, etc. And then finally, I'd say you want it in writing what they're going to do for you. The attorney lays out his or her role and responsibility, and then what's expected of you as a client. And then if over time, you or the attorney has forgotten, when a payment was due or when something is supposed to occur, you can go back to the retainer agreement, and then each of you has what you agreed to right there. So it protects both of you, and it makes the relationship that we have with the lawyer run more smoothly.